All right. Happy Valentine's to everyone. How are you doing on this spectacular, amazing, blessed day? Let's say February 14th, what is it, 23? Oh my God. It's 5 a.m. here in upstate New York. How's everyone doing on this amazing, 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 beautiful day? Vida, Kamal, John, how are you doing? We're here to have a chat. There's nothing like sort of earth shattering. It's just sharing connections, right? Shaw, Nightmare, Patricia, Marvin, good morning. Mabusi, good morning. Peggy Bach, good morning. Dr.Kiltz, seeing my fertility, the Mighty Tribe, and YouTube, Facebook. A great, amazing day. Let's see. I have a question, Dr. Kiltz. I thought you said before if we need water, our body will use our stored fat and break it down as water. Am I wrong? Okay, so go to Laszlo Boros, Deuterium, Deuteronomics, and basically when we break down fat, I'm not getting all of my molecules here together as I wanted to, but when you break down these long chain carbon particles called fatty acids, you release H2O. It's just the nature of, right? You make ATP, CO2, carbon dioxide, and H2O. So you're making your metabolic water all the time because you're always breaking down fat. Fat is the breakdown fuel for the human body. That's it. We do not use sugar for energy. We use fatty acids. Sugars are glycans, which are critical for glycosylation, and you're going to read more about that, right? Robert Vandenbrink, thanks for showing up. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday night. Zoom meeting where you can come on board, share your thoughts and ideas in the carnivore space. But it's keto carnivore, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, carnivorian, it doesn't matter. Karen Jacobs, happy Valentine's Day to you. So many people out there. My good friend, to everyone out there in this globe. And I was watching, I do a little bit of reading in the morning, and I was reading, we're doing Sean Baker's book this week, Carnivore Diet. I read chapter 1, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But I was watching a few YouTube stories, and one was on the Tesla thing and the guy who basically says it's dangerous and the software is dangerous, and we'll get more to that, maybe not. But then a story about Richard Feynman came on, right? Feynman was one of the he's a Nobel Prize winner in physics, professor, worked on the Manhattan Project, but just an amazing, amazing man. And he wrote a love letter to his wife. This was dated October 1946, and she had died of tuberculosis because the microbes are everywhere. And it says, I find it, and this is after she died, I find it hard to understand in my mind what it means to love you after you're dead. But I still want to comfort and take care of you, and I want you to love me and care for me. That's really what the Valentine's is about. And it's not a day, it's every day, it's universal always. Love is still that amazing connection that we're all seeking. But when you give it, it will come. And so we are yearning to give love, to get love. And it's all part of the universe. It's those atoms. See, all those amazing atoms, the deuterium atoms, even the deuterium atoms, which are the heavy hydrogens, they want to be part of us, don't we? Right? Esther, 100-gram carbohydrates, you're able to create 55 to 60 grams of metabolic water, while from 100 grams of fat, the amount is 110 grams. And ultimately, see, I believe that we convert the sugars to fat, because if you can't do that, you're dead. We don't burn sugars for energy. You must convert them to fat, right? Moving on down, faith and love to all of us, right? So again, when you begin to love that which you hate will shift and turn around, and it will be love, right? Let's see. Omicron, wed, do I have that right? Frat, share, oh my God. Our ancestors' foods, all of us, all of us every day. You have to read the story of Richard Feynman, Feynman. Feynman, amazing professor, human being, artist, and he was an ordinary man that did amazing things. And the whole point is that we are simply all ordinary human beings, and we can do everything and anything. And my one note was curiosity and be open to criticism. Right. And criticism is the critique of the ideas that we're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Let's look at that better, right? Super Doc, Luis Henry Mitchell, happy Valentine's to you, my friend, Esther and Laszlo Boros and Holistic Health from Kuwait. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everywhere in the world to my friends, our ancestors' foods, let's see, super moms, dads, brothers, sisters, and all of us around the globe. How are you doing? What are you thinking? Teresa, good morning. Horrible leg cramps, electrolytes. Yes, stretch it out. Some cold water therapy, warm water therapy, right? Go back and forth a little bit, but stretch it out. See, we got to do more of the stretching, right? More of the stretching. Get up and out and go do something. Read something. My current read, I got a couple of reads that I'm doing right now. They're kind of like, they're like, Kiltz, what are you doing? A useful guide to lectin binding, machine learning directed annotation of 57 unique lectin species. Lectins are plant proteins that are glycan or carbohydrate binding. And I'm fascinating to recognize that the lectins, the oxalates, the phytates, they're killing us. And you don't even know that. Get on the treadmill. That's it. I get on the treadmill. I get my bike. I do my wait a minute, let's see if I can get this. I do my heavy lifting. Oh my God, that is really, really hard. Oh, but you got to do the hard. And the more you do the hard, it's kind of like Live at 5 with Kiltz, right? Live at 5. Malcolm, good morning. Thanks. Malcolm is here. Also, happy Valentine's to all. Valentine is, you don't have to buy things. You don't have to give anything other than give the vision, the mind of love. That's it, right? Even if it's a word or a card or anything, I love you. That's simple, right? Love is our greatest spiritual gift. Love, hope, and joy always, right? Let's see. Pachan Gomanson. All right. Jers Cat. All right. Good morning, my friends. LDE Rover. Good morning. Gamal Shinawi. Oh, my God. Let's see. Every single day. Thank you, God, Lord, Creator, for the day. What are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you watching? What spiritual journey? And I just love, right, like inspiring stories like Richard Feynman, his beautiful wife of just a few years, his high school sweetheart, died from tuberculosis at a young age. And yet he still shared love to her in cards and letters, probably for the rest of his life. And yet he was curious. So you got to be curious. That's why reading. And the first chapter, and again, I got to read it. I can't listen to it, although I do both usually. And this time I had to buy the book and read the book and underline it and read it. And what I love about Sean Baker's story is quite remarkable. Let's see, rugby player, amazing athlete. He was in I think it was Afghanistan and saw horrible things, and then he went on to finish his medical school, his training. And this was, I'm sorry, before that medical school training, orthopedics, and then wound up going to Afghanistan where he saw horrendous things. He came back in practice, and then despite an amazing practice, doing amazing things, he began to learn about nutrition, and then he was basically he was taken down by the people who he actually worked to do great things for. And through the hardship, though, through the loss of his medical license and the hardship, but he gets it back. He learned that through pain and hard things, he changed. And look at what Sean is helping us do today. And it's the stories. All of our stories are critical, right, Don? Valentine's Day today. I guess that's the 14th, right? Dr. Baker, Jack Hayes is awesome. And look at these are. I'm gonna see Sean in Denver next week. I'm going to be at the Denver conference for the Keto. Let's call it Keto Carnivore. I'm actually moderating a Sunday sessions, and but I'll be there walking around, sharing on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, listening and learning from the same people you and I are listening and learning from. But and basically, Sean became his own experiment. And through that and social media, the beauty is this is social medicine, and we're able to heal and learn from each other, just like I learned from Laszlo and Esther and Jason and Jack and Alexandra. Good morning, happy Valentine's Day. Get 30 more LVC every day in every way. Good morning, Alicia. How you doing, Alicia? Let's see. And ready for the day. Choose hard, but you see, you gotta use it in a way like, oh, I love hard. I love this, right? I love this, right? But Sean became an outcast in his medical practice, and then they took him down. They kind of got his license taken away, and through suffering, spent 3 years. What is it? My license was reinstated after more than 3.5 years. And I can tell you, when the thing that you love to do is taken away, you know that happens to so many people. You feel like running away and just losing it, right? But it's the time. It's like going out to the desert, right? It's the time to re-inspire and reinstill something new and different. And that's what I see in Sean's work. Dr. Baker is amazing and is showing in the science of keto carnivore health and wellness through new and different ideas but each of it is what's your story, right? That's the whole idea here. And I was just listening to Richard Feynman's story. Basically, an ordinary man gets a Nobel Prize. But the whole point is that all of us, Paulo from how you doing, Albuquerque? How you doing, my friend? Good morning. Love is the key to life, and you got to love yourself. And how many people spend their times not loving themselves, right? They're like, oh, woe is me, and no one likes me, or I don't like me. You got to look in the mirror and see that beautiful, beautiful, amazing person, and be curious about life and yourself and the things that you can go out there and try to figure out, all right, what are all these atoms doing out there, right? Let's see. I'm grateful for people that stand up for truth and benefits others. That's it. And yet maybe we're critiquing and curious about maybe there's something opposite here. Would you say, right? Right. Agri. Let's see. A girl called Jane. Yes. Mita. Susan Beckner. Good morning. Good afternoon. Breadwinner business. Every day, get to work and go do something hard. Go do something you don't believe you can do. But belief is a mystery, right? Belief is just a thought, but there's an electromolecular reaction, right? Just in all these atoms, right? And they're electromolecular energy that's always moving, right? And so you've got to get moving in the same way, right? JC, my girlfriend of 6 years, left me a month ago, and yesterday I almost walked out of my engineering job. However, I'm not going to stop building myself and sticking to my new diet. JC, we're with you. Listen, people, it's an interesting concept. Someone walks out on you, or they die, or something happens that we don't understand, or we do the same thing. Isn't this part of just the nature of the motion of every atom in universe, right? Things are repelled and attracted, and through hardship. And that's what Sean was talking about. And he went through a divorce and couldn't see his kids, and then manages with his new partner, who's mostly a vegetarian, to learn and grow and connect in positive ways. And remember, it doesn't mean if you're a carnivore or a vegan, your partner doesn't need to be what you are. But through exploration, I think these things, it's like the breakups are in order to give you opportunities to learn and grow and share other avenues of life, right? Elisa, again, choose hard. Chris Coram, good morning. Cass G, Pacific Northwest, good morning. and JC hard. We're doing hard together, and happy Valentine's Day. And listen, I can just tell you from breakups, divorce, even current, our relationships are hard and they're meant to be. But what you want to do, if someone wants to be set free, set them free. And when you give that, thank you, I love you. Oh my God, thank you, I love you. That's why I think meditation and prayer and love is so critical in life. I love reading people like Wayne Dyer, Norman Vincent Peale, and these readings. And if you go to, let's see, we're currently, if you join Kiltz's Mighty Tribe and you buy the Carnivore Course, you get for free this guy, Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore, and you get the daily intentions, which again, you're creating your daily intentions in your mind, right? And sometimes, it's like, well, you can't leave me, or why did you leave me, or why are you treating me this way? Rather than, oh, I love you, thank you. Oh, I love you, thank you. Oh, I love you, thank you. Oh my God, I love you, thank you. And visualize wherever direction any human being choose to go is give them love, right, Sahara? Yes. Vida, good morning. Let's see, everything. And Esther and Laszlo, like there's nothing that's not connected, right? Even if we're not together, even if someone passes on us, right? As Richard Feynman shared, his wife dies of tuberculosis, right? Separate download. I don't see it. It should be there. And we're working in our meeting today is make sure all this stuff works the way it's supposed to work, but it works the way it works, right? February 14th, successful and happy living is built into you by God who created you. If you have never experienced this kind of life, maybe you need to be recreated. Right? We're constantly recreating, right, JC? And something hard always be something new, but you want to go to yoga, meditation, prayer, go on a walk, a jog, a bike ride. But what you want to do is you want to listen, learn, watch something positive, uplifting, changing, critical, right? Turn your test into a testimony. Absolutely, right? This idea, I take a test and, I failed the test. Okay. You can't fail anything because you've already succeeded at the most amazing, hardest thing that pretty much every atom in the universe wants to be is you, right? Every atom wants to be you. And that's why every bacteria, yeast, virus, and every plant wants to get into you, right? Because they want to be part of you, because you are the miracle master of the universe. That's as simple as that, right? All right. Good morning. Let's see. Doc and Tribe. How much cheese can you eat on the carnivore? Lactose-free cheese, because I can't handle lactose celiac. The answer is likely 0, because are we really meant to eat a lot of cheese? Probably not. Probably not. A little bit from time to time. See, I go for the cream, the butter, a little bit of cheese, but I minimize it, right? God's morning. M Kid, God's morning every day, every single day. Dan, how you doing, my friend? DB, good morning. Scrolling up and down to my brother Ray, brother Tom, sister Maria Ann, who passed a number of years ago, my mom, Marie and Ray, to my grandparents, to my brothers and sisters, and all of us. A happy Valentine's Day is that it's a happy love day, right? And it's not, sex is not the needed here. It's simply the giving of love. That's all you need, right? Go through life, transmit the frequency of love. That's it, right? Robert Van Den Brink, just dial it to love, right? And sometimes we react in a way that we think, that wasn't the most positive, loving, kind, generous thing to do. All of us have done it. But now you can simply say, oh my God, I am so sorry. I love you. Thank you. Right? Kimal, how you doing? Keskin, coffee. How much coffee would you suggest for pregnant women? The answer is 0. 0 alcohol, 0 coffee, 0 tea. Eat fatty meat, salt and water, and be the master of your universe. I personally think what was I going to say is, what was I going to say? Some Organ meats are good and liver is really good, but no coffee, no coffee. L.A. Santiago, is the Krebs cycle flawed? You think, you see, the Krebs cycle is perfect, but the problem is that we it's a theory and hypothesis. Remember, theoretical science is theoretical. Now we're talking about it like it is fact 100%. It's not. It's our story, right? It's like art. It's like love, right? It's our story, right? And so essentially, my bet is, again, fatty acids. It's all about fat. You see, the reason we get fat so simply is because the universe says you better make fat or you're dead. But I would say, again, all these metabolic pathways, they're not all happening. Well, this one happens, and then this one happens, and this one happens. It's a compilation of the magic of the universe, right? Happening within all of us. Drink bone broth. Robert Van Den Broek, absolutely. Bone broth, bone marrow, right? Oh, I'm getting pulled. So no coffee during pregnancy. Again, it's high in deuterium. Thank you, Esther. Look, Kiltz has been off coffee now for almost 8 months, coming up. He's been steak and eggs, steak, salt, and water. Do I occasionally eat a French fry? Yes. A martini, rare. Very rare wine, whiskey, wine, or beer. Very rare, small amounts. My honey and fruit intake is extremely rare also. And love today and love every day. See, every day is a holy day, and the holidays are meant to be from time to time, but not every single day, right? God's morning. All right. All right. This thing is trying to take me down. I've got to find a way that it won't keep on doing that. All right. Sean Baker's book, The Carnivore Diet. You got to get it. You got to read it. That's the book of the week. We'll do a chapter a day. How many chapters do we have here? We'll do a chapter a day. Shall we do that? Let's see. I got to go to the front here. The chapters a day. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 11 epilogues. So, again, 11, 10 days. That's our book. A chapter a day. Can you all just read a chapter a day of Sean Baker's book? And don't forget, bone broth is amazing. Would you suggest, again, no coffee, no alcohol, no alcohol, right? And basically, as long as you're eating plants, which are high in deuterium, and they're high in lectins, and lectins are glycan or carbohydrate binding proteins, they're going to bind and cause agglutination, which causes blood clots, stroke, heart disease, death, and everything else, and cancers, in my opinion. So you want to eliminate the glycans. The lectins that come from plants, and the oxalates and the phytates and more. Carnivore saved. How you doing? For nearly a year, I have flu at this minute. What would you be good to have heal faster? Bone broth and fasting. Bone broth and fasting, and make sure the fat. See, the bone broth with the fat, that's critical, right? Paul Spizak, how you doing, my friend? John Wilbur, good morning. Lightly review your whiteboard behind you. All right. Well, the basically what I have back here. Okay, give me a second. If you guys. All right, I'm all cut up in this. All right. So this is the Carnivore Diet, Sean Baker, but fasting, blood sugar, lipids, amino acid levels, and equilibrium. So this idea that when you eat food, your sugars and proteins, amino acids go up, but then your insulin goes up and it begins to convert the amino acids and the sugars to fat in the liver. So now you go into this equilibrium. It could be 3 hours, 5 hours, 20 hours, 60 hours, 100 hours or more, right? And essentially, that's why fasting is so critical in our lives, I believe. Again, the more you keep food in the gut, the more you keep your amino acids and simple sugars or glycans, plant sugars, by the way, elevated, which means insulin is elevated, and insulin is elevated in order to make fat. That's really it, right? That's the major contribution of insulin. And without insulin and a 100% functional liver, you are basically glycating, and glycation is damaging to our body. Right on. Laura Sara, good morning. Jay Jeet, is that right? Life of Sammy. June Grid, Alex. If plants are toxic, why you are eating time to times, cookies, sugar, etc. Okay, Alex. Again, some things will take you down right away, and other things have minimal risk if it's from time to time. See, if you eat the cookies, cake, and ice cream all of the time with the sugars, then you are basically in a constant elevated state, which causes glycation. But you are capable of clearing them quickly. Now, if you happen to have an anaphylactic reaction or some toxic chemical that makes you do something dumb, like jump off a cliff, right? Then that can take you down. So this idea that you can never eat a plant is not true. We are likely more omnivorous. We're carnivorous with some omnivore tendencies because you can eat sweet plants, right? When they're available, but minimally available in our ancient environment. Go right now and try to find a sweet plant in upstate New York. Ain't happening, right? Milk damaged teeth due to sugar. Absolutely. Milk of any frequency or significance is not good. I mostly eat my steak, salt, and water every day. Once in a while, I have a cookie, cake, or ice cream, but minimize because holidays are rare. They're not every day. The holy day is every day, right? If you're not hungry, don't eat. And when you eat fatty meat, you lose the hunger. And remember, we get fat for one amazing reason: in order to survive the famines, the fasting, the lasting, right? Let's see. Code Durav. Let's see. Carl Asmon. Oh my God, I'm getting this. So Helia, is that right? Joan. Let's see. Joan as, oh my God, Kosin. I'm bad at this, Alex, right? LVC, good morning. What would you quit, flying or carnivore? You can do it all. Oh boy, that's you can't ask me that question. I love them both. Carnivore, nearly a year. The flu. Remember, the microbes are everywhere, and you cannot listen. The carnivore. If you are strict carnivore, this doesn't say you'll never get a cold, a flu, a virus, a COVID. It'll just reduce your risk because you're stronger. Your immune system is better, right? I have stubborn fat in my thighs, arms, stomach. How to lose it naturally? Eat fatty meat once a day and go for a walk every day. And once a day food and walking and doing something, and love the fat. The fat is where it's at. And if you get sick or you are in a famine, a war, pestilence, disease, that's the critical. So this idea to be skinny is like so wrong. It's so wrong. It's deadly. Sorry, right? Eat only sugar, fruit, etc. When we don't find meat, think that we are in nature and we couldn't find meat, then we can eat fruit in order to survive. Listen, look at, again, if you can't find meat, I'm not telling you not to eat a plant. Don't be dumb, right? But mushrooms and seeds and nuts, if you consume the wrong one, or you happen to eat the plant that might have an opiate in it, or heroin, cocaine, marijuana, or a microbe that wants to make you fertilizer, right? A microbe. William Woodson, good morning. Stevia, sugar substitutes, deadly, don't touch them. I'd rather you have some fruit or honey, the Dr. Saladino way, or a little bit of white cane sugar or beet sugar. But I would say stay away from fake stuff. Again, fake stuff on a regular basis, just like sugar every day, or honey or fruit or cookies, cakes, or ice cream every day, is not good for you. And I do not recommend milk products every day, right? So Lisa, thanks for the question. Brennan, I do not recommend stevia. Don't make fake foods. No fake foods. What does Kiltz eat? Fatty meat. Hot fat from the pan on a steak, good or bad. That's what I do every day. Last night, Tia made me an amazing Snake River Farms ribeye. I dry aged it. She cooked it on the stove top, blackened it, seared it. It was like literally looked like this inside. I put some butter, and I like a little bit of blue cheese from time to time. Oh my God, amazing, amazing. And some butter. Butter Boy from Wegmans, amazing. And one other thing, salt. And if you're doing the 5-day fast, we're going to do it again in July. It's the trick is Raymond Nazon from Nazon. I think that's pronounced properly. If I'm not, please forgive me, Raymond. Steak and butter gal. He told me that eat the salt and all the cravings will go away. Right? Eat more salt, your sweet cravings disappear. The Marla Cat, thank you. That is it. And like, so I did my 5-day fast. I drank my Gerolsteiner and salt. That was it. Hey, handsome Fanny, how you doing, my friend? God bless you, my friends. I think when it's only sugar, fruit, etc., when we don't find anything, when you're starving, can't find it, then you're going to do your best, but you want to process and prepare properly, right? Polyphenols, I noticed them in a vitamin that was recommended for arterial calcifications. Polyphenols, right? These are plant products. They're drugs, essentially. And I don't know that we've proven that they're any good for us. That's why I say, eat the fatty meat and the butter from time to time. And this is what I love to do. This is my real snack. It's butter. It's cream. I'll drink some cream. Add some salt. 1 meal a day, 2 at the most. And occasionally we'll eat some dark chocolate. But again, you got to do what is right for you. Oh, I never do this. Okay. That's your call. I fly airplanes. I drive cars. I snowboard. I used to ski, but I'm not sure if I can do that again. Let's see. Trench Baby. How you doing? Hassan. Wanus. JC. Listen, we got to be laughing at ourselves. And look at, you got it. And the best place to be is in solitude, right? I'm alone, right? And actually this adventure, okay, no one's in my office, right? I'm talking to some computer screens and some iPhones and a camera here and all this technology. There may be no one out there. This is all just a bot, right? That's all it is, right? In the forest, and we can't find the meat. So only in the situation we must eat fruit in order to survive. Otherwise, only solution is eat the meat, be the hunter. Remember, you can go weeks and months without food. You can go maybe a minute, 2 or 3 without oxygen, air, and you can go maybe 3 to 5 days without water. Again, we drink too much water, low it down. Steve, SC3, awesome, Steve, Captain Carnivore in the house. An empty gut brings a full life. You see, the equilibrium and steady state is what I'm kind of trying to work out here. And the best steady state is no food in the gut. And you must suffer to strengthen. You must do hard to be happy. But you don't have to run a marathon. You don't have to, to lift 500 pounds, 100 pounds, or 50 pounds. You got to lift the heaviest thing is the worry in the mind. But use the worry as the wonder of the beauty of life. That's it. Thanks for being here. It is Valentine's Day 23, February 14th, and you don't have to go buy anything. Just tell someone you love them. And the first person is the mirror head. Put yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, right? Can always find good food, meat, and fat, always, or food that we shouldn't eat. Did you ever notice how difficult it is to argue with someone who's not obsessed with being right? Let's see. Did you ever notice how difficult it is to argue with someone who's not obsessed with being right? Wayne Dyer. Maybe that's easy, right? But arguments, maybe it's about critiquing and listening and learning and communicating. And this is all just a conversation. Soylent Green. Oh my God, they are, man. Listen, Eat the meat, be the master. Eat the mush, be the meek. Mommies, men, masters eat meat. And we've been taught to be soldiers, slaves, prisoners, and peasants. As long as you eat the plants, you are getting the heroin intoxicating chemicals that are not good for us. That's the crazy one. So be curious in your life, in your day. I'm reading. I've been reading about the plant lectins, which are carbohydrate or glycan binding proteins. And so what you didn't know is all of this is trying to attach to you, and it's trying to do something to you, either control or kill you. That's what plants are all about, right? That's it. Today's world, you can always find good food. Let's see. Vida, 58 years young, leg cramps at night, lack of magnesium. Maybe so. Do some stretching, stop eating the plants. And I like Gerolsteiner. I like sparkling water. Throw some salt, mineral salts in there. It'll help. I am carnivore. Awesome. Keep doing that. Stretch it out. This is why I do all my stretching, cold water therapy, a cold shower, cold plunge once a day, every other day, something like that, right? The military loves pushing the plants and terrible food for you. Again, this week's book, like I said, the next 10, 11 days, we did chapter 1 today. And you could download this in a Kindle version. Chapter 1 for the Carnivore Diet, Sean Baker, MD, a great one. He was as an athlete. He did rugby, went to New Zealand, came back, finished medical school, orthopedics, went to Afghanistan, saw the horrors there, and then went to medical practice. And I think there were more horrors there. He didn't get injured or die in Afghanistan, but basically his orthopedic practice said, you don't know what you're doing, and we're going to kick you out and get your license taken away. But he fought back, never gave up. 3.5 years, no license, but he grew and sharing something mightily amazing. He's helping many more people in the carnivore lifestyle and his blogging and Rivero Health. So Meat RX, that is the key that I think Sean has really shared in hardship, challenges, failure, problems. Who amongst us has no problems? Dead people, right? Germany, greetings. Leftover Cecia, good morning. Fast time, good morning. It's a great day in the universe. Book recommendations. If you go to all right, where's the book that's got the books? The books that got the books. All right, here it is. Sorry, everyone. Got it. I got it. So if you go to the back of either my keto, my carnivore books, there's a great list, or go to drkiltz.com of many of the books that I recommend. This week's book is The Carnivore Diet. Last week was Malcolm Kendrick's book on the clot thickens. And basically, if you look at Paul Mason from Australia, talks about the cause of a plaque is basically a blood clot, and the plant lectins are the phytohemagglutinins that basically cause blood clots, because plants contain lectins, which are carbohydrate or sugar binding proteins, which will agglutinate and cause a blood clot. That's as simple as that, right? That's this week's. Let's see. Aliens every day. Lisa, good morning. Portillo, Randy Rossetier, good morning. To my good friend, Dr. Randy Fink, to Brandis, thank you, for great team members in Colorado, my team in Sarasota, Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, to the CNY Fertility family. It's amazing what we're listening and learning from in meditation, prayer, visualization. Check out my daily inspirations and the Fertile Secret. Kiltz and Simmons. Let's see. Good morning. Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics sent a study that says what you say every day. Bacteria in the gut distributes the microbiome and causes chronic fatigue. If you read The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton, which was one of our books, you realize that the thinking, even without the microbes in the bowels, by the way, my friends, your thinking is electromolecular reaction that is like a barcode to the world that says, come on in, stay out, right? And so thinking is, and again, these papers are the science, but you got to do your own scientific experiment. And that's the whole point of Dr. Baker's book and ideas. N1, you've got to do the experiment of your life, right? Oh, I read this paper that says this or this or this. It's meaningless. You are the only one can figure it out. But I can tell you, a bottle of wine is bad for us. Right on heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, deadly, 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 deadly. Clark Peacock, before you give in, try eating a lot of fat. Don't give it up. He was told that he was offering too many options for healing. Robert Van, let's see, every third day or so, I fall off the wagon and find myself craving candy bars, and I give in. Well, you're going to give it in, but I want you to take it in. I give it up. Thank you, God, Lord, Creator. So it's simple. Fatty meat in the house, right? Fatty meathead in the house. There's no cookie, cake, ice cream, or things that I am staying away from, right? So you got to throw them out. You got to say, hey, tell your partner, please don't bring these here, right? Or you need to be strong. I got my little spot. This is what I eat every day, right? France, Dirk Dill, how you doing? Frying up some local lamb chops. Oh my God, burger patties for lunch. Enjoy it, by the way. And I do recommend one meal, one snack, two snacks, but I recommend do not eat like a grazing animal. Eat like a carnivore, right? Let's see. Butter. Get the butter. What is Kiltz? Oh my God, I wish I had a little snack. Oh my God, guess what? I do. What do I have? Butter, beef, tallow, lard. Have it, right? Just Rome. Carnivore yogis. How you doing, my friends? Mr. Pakaj. Let's see. Food is not entertainment. It's nutrition. But from time to time, remember, every day is a holy day, and holidays are meant to be like 5 times a year, right? 4 times. That's it. And so ultimately, we're all learning together. And that's Clark and Vita and Robert and LVC, Dirk, let's see, Meat, Bethy, Med. All right. Truth, plant food mostly likely caused the calcifications of my aortic stenosis. It absolutely did. Oxalates, calcium binding. They make stones. They did to me, right? New mechanical valve with open heart surgery. I wish I was watching and informed sooner. Meet Bethy Med. You are here today because this is the right time. We're going to all share this together. This is the journey. This week's book is Shawn Baker's book, The Carnivore Diet. Read it, get it. You can also go to drkiltz.com, sign up for the 30-day course on carnivore, and you get a free copy, digital, of Kiltz's Keto is Carnivore. And one other thing, daily inspirations, right? And if the link isn't working, contribute to life. That's the whole part here. And we read a love letter. Should we read it again? We got to read love letters, right? It's all about love letters, right? Dear D. Arlene, October 17th, 1946, from Richard Feynman. I find it hard to understand in my mind what it means to love you after you are dead. But I still want to comfort and take care of you. And I want you to love me and care for me. Amy, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. And I tell that to my beautiful Valentine, Tia. But all those people in my life that I've ever had as a lover, I still share love in life. And that's what we're meant to do. And beyond just lovers, again, we must love everything in life. We must even love the plants, but we just don't eat them of any significance or frequency. Right, Amy? Let's see, Amy, where are you this day? Let's see, Louisiana, Texas, or beyond. Food is nutrition for the mission of creativity. The beauty of Richard Feynman, he had a slightly above average IQ, yet as an ordinary man, he said the reason he accomplished much in life and creativity is because he was curious. He became an artist. He was a physicist, a Nobel Prize winner. And so many things in life are because you risk failure. You must risk failing every single day. That's as simple as that, right? Is there any plant that is more toxic about sugar? Well, curare plants, or if you're eating the seed of a castor bean plant, right? Ricin. My bet is all plants contain lectins, lectins are carbohydrate binding proteins, and they bind to the glycobiome. Louisiana, nice. All right. Now, as you begin to read about the glycobiome and glycosylation, you will see that the sugars that are on the proteins, which are embedded in the lipid bilayer of every single cell membrane, and one other thing, I got to bring out the piece of the puzzle. Amy, thank you for being here every single day. I'm sure I'll see you with Lisa Wiedemann and others this year. Here's the cell membrane. Every cell of your body, every cell of plant bodies, right, contains a lipid bilayer with proteins, the blue pillows, and then the glycans, which are the barcode. Come on in, stay out. Come on in, stay out. Oop, how did you get in? Let me tag you so that my buddies down the line through the lymph nodes and the NK cells and all the other T cells and all the lymphocytes are going to tag you and take you down. That's the barcode. You see, plant glycans are foreign material. That's why we have so much asthma, pollen, and all that stuff, which is like, who's allergic to red meat? Amy, Alex, LVC, Dirk, anyone know anyone that's allergic to red meat? Now, absolutely, you can be, though, because the story is human and animal glycans, which are the immunogenic components, have some allergic reaction. So in order to be alive, you must eat something foreign, unless you're a cannibal. That kind of doesn't go well in our world today, right? Then you will have some sort of a reaction. And the plant and the bacteria, yeast, and viruses and other microbes have all sorts of different glycans, the glycobiome, which ultimately causes inflammation in your body. And that's it, right? Environmental, pollen, right? Everyone has allergies, all of this problems with asthma, with seizure disorders, right? All right. You should see my messy office. I have books everywhere, papers everywhere, reading everywhere. Morgan, magic mushrooms. Listen, again, you're right. Like marijuana, heroin, cocaine, LSD, right? Psilocybin, ayahuasca. Like drink a bottle of whiskey, right? See how that does for you, right? Work fridge for, okay. Now listen, I don't control the employees, Don. They're mighty carbohydrate filled, but we all have fun. Do I have a piece of chocolate sometimes? Yes. Come on. Be open to the possibilities that life is like, oh my God, you can never do that. Well, like heroin, like cocaine, really? Come on, Chemo. Harsh. Let's see, Richard Monteville. All right, Angelito. Julito Volito. Amazing. One last. Dr.Kiltz, love my fatty carnivore diet. Make me, let's see, bioidentical hormones unnecessary. I think so. Again, I don't recommend all this hormone stuff. Be happy, right? Like eat the fatty meat. That's it, right? Postmenopausal, without them, my motivation plummets. Again, how did we be motivated in the last million years? But again, you're going to do some things that aren't always perfect. And if you need them, you decide. No one else. It's okay. Ashton Kushner. How you doing, my friend? Hosan, King Nilo. All right. It is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he takes out of it. Right? Better transition slowly to avoid stressing the digestive tract. Leftover cecia. Go fast and you will last. I just go, and I know that Bella, steak and butter gal, Bella Ma, went cold turkey, vegan carnivore. Vegan carnivore. Cold turkey. Don't eat cold turkey. I hate turkey. The plants, let's see. This is the planet. Planet Earth. Plant Earth. They're the ones that are creating the havoc in the world, not the lions. Nope, the sheep. That's it. Thank you, Clark, to everyone. Happy Sandy Neal. Happy Valentine's Day. Fatty carnivore. That's it. Yeah, but bioidentical hormones, again, you choose. You work with someone that'll help you. Transition, low carb, high fat, keto, carnivore. I did the same thing. I went from Weight Watchers, Atkins, paleo, keto, 12 years, almost carnivore. I will be 67, March 12th, less than a month away. Let's see. What is the date? How many more? Is it weeks away? Days away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 weeks. Sunday, the 12th of March, Kiltz's birthday. 67. Erythritol is in plants. It's toxic. Yes. Listen. The white sugar is more natural, into my opinion, but you could take some of these other sugars. They're okay. But, my bet is we know glucose. I don't know erythritol and all the others, and I don't do them. If I'm going to do sugar, I do white sugar a little bit from time to time. Have you ever noticed the plants, right? They keep on trying to get into the picture, don't they? Right. And basically, have you noticed that the weeds, you can't stop the weeds, the seeds from growing. We're dead. They come back. You can kill them all you want, but they will come back no matter what you think. I think if you look at, where was it, Chernobyl, look at the cameras and what's coming back there, it's quite amazing. And I always am fascinated to see the plants that grow on the buildings, and they take them over, and eventually they begin to go into the concrete. They begin to spread with the roots, the bricks apart. My friends, everything we build will come down. All of it. You can't stop the universe, nature from doing. Yay, 14 on my, it's a birthday. Nice, saved. Lisa Brennan, fasting and eating low carb has balanced all my hormones and given me a new lease of life with unlimited energy. I feel 30 years younger. Eating less and right gives more opportunities and options for a better life, and can testify to that every single day. Eat the fatty meat, 1 meal a day, drink some mineral water, but enjoy the day. Write infinite love letters to yourself, to your family, your partners, your enemies. Doesn't matter, right? Well, let's see. Recently diagnosed with gallbladder stones. I have been having a really hard time with my fatty carnivore. Also, I want to add some weight. Lost 15 pounds since I went carnivore. Very petite. This is where Kiltz's ice cream comes in. But unfortunately, some of the things like gallbladder problems and liver problems and bowel problems, just because you're carnivore doesn't mean it's not going to happen, by the way. These things can happen. And some people have to cut back on the fat for now because the liver and the gallbladder are trying to take you down. Right on. So That's important. Estos, time is flying with you again, 5:54. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. Have an awesome, amazing day. God is good. God is great. Read the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the New, the Old, the Testament, the Tao Te Ching. What are you being inspired about this and every day, right? Be optimistic. And carnivore is a lifestyle, not a religion. It is a lifestyle no matter what your religion is, right? Dorla Jacobson, good morning. Alex again. Think cooked carnivore diet. Let's see. Optimal. There has never been in history cooked carnivore society or tribe, but there are many raw carnivore tribes. Yeah, you're probably right. But again, let's see. Who's right? Who's wrong? What's the best way? My raw Snake River Farms, my cooked, my raw. And I do a little bit of cooked pork belly from Snake River also. It's amazing. Carnivore is a lifestyle. Our bodies were made to eat mostly meat, occasionally vegetarian. Today we have been eating plants, bananas, 24/7, 365. Carnivore provides healing because the damage has been done by the plants. They want to kill us. They're so nice and pretty. And I know you want to give roses today, don't you? It's a sign of love. All right. But don't eat them. Don't eat the roses. This is not a day to eat the roses. You're sharing roses with your loved ones because life is sharing in love, right? Let's see, Burrito, cooking up my pasture-raised chickens right now, big and fatty, gonna have a feast. Enjoy the feast. You're inviting Kiltzy, right? Dorla, Alex, let's see, Nuruddin, carnivore in history, right? But again, this is not an argument of cooked or uncooked, right? Liver or no liver, organ meats or no organ meats, right? Find the thing because you're the experiment. None of us are. There's not Kiltz's way, Baker's way, Bella's way. There's your way. And your way, my friend, is God's way every single day, right? Trans vegan, a new trend. I love it. Plants are using chemical warfare to take you and I down. Remember, heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol are made from, let's see, plants. They all have a little bit of toxins in them. And sugar is highly addictive. So that's why I minimize the sugars, right? Gallbladders, Tia's suffering. They're getting better. Love song. Moving on down. Oh. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Have an awesome, amazing day, my friends. God has gifted you and I today. You can take every yesterday and tomorrow and imagine the beauty that God has gifted you. If you're worried about tomorrow or you're thinking bad about yesterday, I want you to imagine that you are gifted by God to be alive and he gave you thinking, critical thinking of the beauty of life. You are the artist of your life. You're the creator of your life and no one else is. You've been duped to think in a way that is negative. And Alex, LVC, JC, Budarito, Dorla. Love is the key to life, my friends. Valentine's is the day to love. The day. Love, 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 love. Love what you hate and hate becomes love. Give love. Love always love. Love always love. Love, 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 love. carnivores, vegans, vegetarians, omnivores, whatever you choose to be, just love. And that's the key, right? But the carnivore diet, amazing how it just gives you more energy, clarity, vision, creativity. And the wolf is a great name for a carnivore. John, thank you, John. John Wolf, my friends. All right. LJC, Alex, Lisa, good day. Good have it. Blessings to everyone. I'll see you. Let's see. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. See you then. Have a great one. God bless you. Love, love, love. The key for everyone. And don't forget to read chapter 2 in the Carnivore Diet so you can bring your questions, comments, thoughts, and ideas to your amazing day. Because more reading, the more you grow, learn in life, right? Let's see. 48 on chat, 13 likes. Again, like, love, share, kindness, gratitude, generosity. And, Kiltz picked the early morning for the East Coast. No one else is awake in this country. Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics, Asfran. Have an awesome, amazing day. God bless you, my friends.